So now I'm going to show the Wavefolder preset. This one's also another distortion, basically, but it works by, instead of clipping the signal, when it goes kind of above a certain threshold, it folds the wave back over onto itself. So the peak now goes, instead of going all the way up and back down, it goes up, down again, and then up, and then back. And if you kind of push it pretty far, then it can keep kind of folding over and over again, get some interesting harmonics. So here's a little demo of it with using a sine wave as input. So with a really low gain, then it comes out just like a sine wave. But then as soon as you cross the threshold here, it starts to fold that wave back over on itself. There's also an offset control here, offset 1. So let's turn that back up again and move that. You can kind of see a little bit, if there's not much folding, what the offset's doing here. If I turn it up very subtly here, so it's almost a sine wave. If I have this in the center, then the sine wave's still let through, but if I turn this offset down, you'll see it's kind of what it's doing is it's pushing the wave up towards one of the clipping edges, even though its gain is low. So it's going to clip that side before it clips the other one now. It's basically the offset is kind of moving the waveform up or down, so it hits the edges differently. You'll notice there's also an offset 2, but if I turn that right now while the sine wave's coming in, it doesn't do anything. That's because the offset 2 is only active if you have it in a different mode, which is 2 in series mode. So basically, if you don't have that on, then it's a single wavefolder. But as it says when you click this button, 2 in series versus oversampled, those are your two options. The oversampled version should alias a little less, so it should basically be a little higher quality, less digital distortion going on in it, and more the effect you want. 2 in series means I'm kind of giving up a little bit of allowing a little more aliasing in order to get 2 wavefolders to happen one after the other instead of a single one. So if I turn on 2 in series, now there are 2 wavefolders happening one after the other, and they each have an independent offset. All right, so let's try that with this drum beat. Could also listen to it on some pitched material. Here's like some steel playing. Yeah, so it's an interesting distortion effect.